Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and this one I'm going to be talking about quite a controversial one here really, but it's why I view my MS diagnosis as a good thing. Now you're going to have to hear me out on this because like I say it is a bit controversial, but you'll hear my reasons why, and why if you've been diagnosed with MS you shouldn't see it as this awful, terrible thing that's happened to you in your life, and you can actually see it as a positive. So, is this title just clickbait or do I really mean it? The truth is I do really mean it. And being diagnosed with MS, of course, it's a bad thing. Of course, you know, when it first hits, it's really hard to take. And for me, it was really difficult as well. When you're told that you've got a lifelong autoimmune condition that there's no cure for, you know, there's drugs that can slow it down, but essentially you're stuck with it for life. That was what I was told. It's never going to be a good thing. And it's really upsetting and emotional, and really, you know, you go through some dark patches at that time. But the reason that I say it's actually a good thing, I'm not going to go into kind of spiritual stuff and all this. I'm actually talking about from an actual physiological point of view. And it's all because I can't remember where I actually heard it from, but I heard it from, because I listen to a lot of kind of health podcasts and stuff, because I'm always searching for new ways that I could be helping my body overcome this MS disease. Someone said that they were talking about autoimmune conditions, and basically they were talking about these chronic illnesses that we've all got in life. And they would talk about how diet can overcome it, how stress, sleep, all these different factors that I talk about a lot on my channel, they can help you overcome this, you know, whatever's happening to you and whatever chronic illness you might have. And then they described it in a way that really just resonated with me, and it was a bit of a light bulb moment where they described it as actually that you shouldn't see your chronic illness or your autoimmune condition as this horrible death sentence in a way. You should see it as if a car has a problem with it. So say for example, if you know there's an engine fault on the car and you get that flashing light on the dashboard that says pull over, you need to fix something. That's more how you should view your autoimmune condition diagnosis. It's your body telling you that something's going wrong, something in terms of the raw ingredients that you're putting into your body, whether it's from food or whether it's the fact that you're not spending enough time outdoors, in fresh air, in sunlight. There's something that's not quite right in your body that you need to fix, and you need to align yourself back to being in that healthy place. And when I heard that, it just made so much sense to me, and it made me think that, yeah, you're right. In my opinion, that's exactly what's happened in my life, because I've got diagnosed with MS, and then I looked into all this different stuff that I could be doing to overcome it, especially the diet, stress management, making sure I'm getting enough sleep. And when I started to do all those things, I felt a lot healthier in myself, and it felt like I was aligning back to being that healthy version of myself. That was probably me seeing that the dash light was flashing at me, and then I literally took myself into a mechanic and got it fixed. And now I'm running much smoother. You know, and my MS is proof of that, because I've not had a relapse now in over 3 years. All of my MRIs are stable, even though when I was first diagnosed, I was having a lot of new lesions, there was a lot of activity going on. And so it just goes to show that all these changes that I have made have really made that massive difference. And if it weren't for that light going off on the dashboard, then maybe I wouldn't have known that something was going wrong in my body, and it could have led to something more serious further down the line. Maybe it was, you know, that the foods that I was eating was really not agreeing with me, and it was causing leaky gut, and there was all these different toxins getting into my bloodstream that shouldn't be. And who knows, maybe that had led to a more severe autoimmune condition further down the line. Or, you know, maybe it would have ultimately led to one day having cancer, whatever it could be. You've got to kind of view that diagnosis as that early warning sign that your body is not functioning in the right way, and you've got to work out what that is. So whether that's reevaluating your diet, whether it's doing health tests, like I recently did a methylation test, which is, you might have heard of him, Gary Brecka talks about it a lot. And he thinks it's one of the most important things for autoimmune conditions and overall health, is just getting this test done so you can see how well your body genetically actually methylates a lot of different vitamins. So from the test, I saw that my body's not very good at methylating B vitamins, which is really interesting because there's so many links to B vitamins and your nerve health, which obviously is linked to MS. The fact that I've actually looked into that stuff now and I understand it, and I know that my body doesn't methylate it properly, means that I can eat foods that promote that, and I can supplement for it, as opposed to just carrying on through life with all these little niggly problems that end up adding up to a big problem one day that you didn't see coming. And then there's the fact as well that for me, it's really helped me kind of turn my life around in a positive manner. For starters, before my diagnosis, I worked a job that I hated and it was really stressful and it was getting me down a lot of the time. And I think that that contributed to my early kind of relapses. Since then, I now work for myself and I run essentially a digital marketing agency where I run ads for other companies. So if you need ads running for your business, then hit me up in the comments below. But that I've got a much better kind of work-life balance in there and I enjoy my life much better in that respect. And it's also given me this channel as well, which has been so rewarding to me, being able to help other people with MS. And the amount of messages that I get on kind of a weekly basis from people saying how much the channel has really helped them in dark times and it always helped a family member. It's amazing and it's really fulfilling and it's given me something that, you know, I didn't have in my life before. And I could go on and on about all the different things that it's helped me, you know, it's helped me appreciate life a bit more, I think, and appreciate food and sleep and all these things that I take more care in nowadays. But the overall thing that I'm focusing on here is literally that car analogy. It's that light up on the dashboard that's telling you that something is wrong, that something needs to be fixed. And it's kind of your job to work out what that is, because doctors will just prescribe these disease modifying therapies. That's essentially like someone just pushing the car along, but it's not actually fixing the problem that the dashboard is showing. It's not actually fixing what's causing the car to not be running properly. It's essentially just hiring two blokes to get behind the back of the car and give it a push and just keep on pushing it and see how long they can go for. Whereas if you actually look at what the root cause is, then you can actually fix what the issue is and get that car up and running properly again. So yeah, hopefully that explains the meaning behind this video, because it might come across like a bit of a weird kind of clickbaity type title, but I do genuinely believe it. And I hope that if there's one thing you can take from this is that you can learn from your MS diagnosis and become a healthier person overall after it. So if you've enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Let me know in the comments below what you think of my mantra here. Am I right, or am I barking up the wrong tree, going crazy? Who knows? But let me know in the comments below, and please do subscribe to the channel as well, because it helps me reach more people and help more people with MS with their journey as well. Thanks again for watching, and let's see you in the next video.
People like you, won't you try something?